quite honestly, I'm not 100% sure what I'm doing. Hi guys, this is going to be a really short little vlog, but I figured it would be fun. So every year for the holidays, my mom asks me to make these paper snowflakes, which it's kind of a long story, but to try and make it short, I made her these paper snowflakes once. And I don't know how I did it, but they came out really well the first time. And ever since then, they've been really hard to make, and they either come out really good or they come out really bad.
Sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit.
I'm not even really sure what I'm doing most of the time. I figured it would be fun to film myself and make a little vlog so we can learn some English words. So let's do it. Okay, so to make these little snowflakes, you need paper. Now you can use regular computer paper, like a sheet of paper, but I have origami paper that's square. So if you use computer paper, you need to first fold it so that it is square, but I recommend just getting the origami paper because it saves you a step or two. Okay, so first, after you have this paper, you have to fold it in half and press down along the edge. You crease the paper. You want to make sure you have a really nice crease or fold. And then after you fold it once, you fold it again. Yeah. And I'm not good at folding. I'm really terrible at folding, actually. So that's why I don't know how I made these successfully in the past, but somehow I did. Okay, so once you have the second fold, this is where the really hard part comes from. And I don't know why it's so hard for me, but it is, and I always tend to mess this part up. So now you have this triangle, and you need to fold it into thirds. You usually turn it into this position, and I kind of try to line up this point of the triangle like that, and then crease it. And then a lot of people, what I've seen online, is you flip it and you do it on the other side. So then you have kind of like this shape. And so what you do next is you snip off these extra two little bottom triangles. You snip off the bottom. I'm going to take my scissors and snip that end off. You want to make sure no matter what you design on here that you don't, oh, hi cat, hi friend, what are you doing? That you don't cut off this bottom piece because this is what holds it all together. I recommend lining it up like that and then drawing like a line, a cut line is what we would call this. And then you can kind of just make some shapes, and you want to cut out the parts that are gray, that are shaded in. I'm going to shade in the parts that I want to cut out just as a guide for myself. And when this is done, you can always flip it over to the other side so that you don't see your original little markings, or you could erase it, but it's usually quite delicate, so I don't recommend doing that. Then we get to cutting. I'm also not very good at cutting, so I don't know why I ever decided to make these for my mom, and they never came out as good as the original ones did. Because, quite honestly, I'm not 100% sure what I'm doing. Okay, let me cut this part out. You can find much better tutorials on this on YouTube. I will link some of them in the description box because I'm probably not the best person to learn this from, but hey, it's for learning English purposes. Okay. And then when I open it up, it will be, okay. So, ooh, no, not quite. I didn't quite get that piece cut. Okay. So now when I open it up, it's the moment of truth. It will either be good or it could be crap. And I don't know which one it will be. It's a surprise. It's always a surprise. So open it up really gently because the cut lines can be quite fragile and delicate, and you don't want to pull it too hard, otherwise you might rip the paper. And it's not too bad. It's not too bad. It's a snowflake. It's not perfect, but what snowflake is perfect? That's how you make paper snowflakes. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Leave me a comment. Have you ever tried making anything like this? Or is there something that you usually make around the holiday season that maybe your family requests from you? And what is it? How do you make it? All right, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys really soon. Bye, everybody.